So starting the test drive in this Intergra A-Spec, I do love the overall look of the interior, the look of the exterior. It's just a good looking car, all in all. But I also just like how this 1.5 turbo moves. It's 200 horsepower, you can feel it when you're driving this thing. It's very impressive even with this CVT. And honestly, the CVT doesn't even feel like a CVT. I feel like I'm in just a traditional automatic here, especially when I can just throw on the paddle shifters at any time. Get a nice pull there. But it actually makes me dislike the CVT just a tad less in terms of just a fun transmission, because these simulated shifts, these paddle shifters, it does remind me of the manual mode that you get in the Subarus. And then just when you have the paddle shifters with certain Nissans that it comes with, it makes it that much more fun. So very impressive setup here so far. So I have everything full on sport. I have the shifter in the S position. I have the sport dynamic mode engaged, and I'm using the paddle shifters just to see how this thing will do. So we're pretty excited to see what it's capable of. So we're gonna see how this gets up to speed getting on the interstate here. Give myself as much space as possible. This is gonna be perfect. All right, here we go. Wow. Yeah, this 200 horsepower 1.5 turbo is great. And with the paddle shifters, even with the CVT, it is fun to drive. Yeah, that is very nice. Gonna put in a drive now. Activate the safety suite here. Again, we get the lane keeping system, adaptive cruise control. It's just fantastic to have the best of both worlds with this car. Just something that's so fun to drive on a daily basis. But then you have Acura's suite of safety features, blind spot monitors, adaptive cruise, lane keeping system. And then you're still able to get 36 miles per gallon in this thing. It's crazy. Really makes me want to get one, honestly. I did not think I'd be that impressed with this, but it's fun. It's fun to drive. It's low-key practical for what you get, and it's a great looking car. So the auto stop didn't engage earlier because I've had it in sport mode the majority of this test drive, but now that I have it in comfort mode, the auto stop is being enabled. It's nice to have that. And then just everything else that you get here is just great from a driver's perspective. You have that sport mode, and if you want to drive more comfortably, you have that comfort mode. And it's just such, again, I can't say enough about how much fun this car is to drive. So I like the Intergra because it does kind of put you in comparison with, it gives me kind of, I don't necessarily want to say the Corolla GR, but a sportier Corolla. Obviously this is the Acura variant, so maybe if there was a comparable Lexus, I mean, that would be a good competitor. Probably the CT4 from Cadillac is gonna be the biggest competitor in terms of something around 40 grand. That's supposed to be considered luxury. But I mean, this has that fun factor too. As much fun as the CT4V is to drive, this hits differently. This is just one of those that I feel like I'm in, again, a Civic Si is the best way to describe this. It's fun, it's practical, it looks nice, and it doesn't break the bank. But kudos to Acura to making a fantastic vehicle, especially after I did my review of the 2022 MDX. I didn't know what I was thinking about Acura long term, but they knocked it out of the park with this Intergra A-Spec. So with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2023 Acura A-Spec with the tech package. The Intergra A-Spec with the tech package.